Hello. So today we're going to have a look at the very first issue of the weekly Leek from Brighter Shores. So let's have a read of what it says. Welcome to the first Brighter Shores weekly Leek. A great many of you have asked for more transparency about what is going on at Fen Research, specifically what we are currently working on and how close we are to releasing some new content. To that end, we are going to start publishing regular updates in the form of the weekly Leek. So the technical team. Andrew has been working on recruitment and new starter preparations with 5 new team members joining us over the next few weeks. There is a lot to do. James has been working on compliance with the UK Online Safety Act. We have talked about this before in posts on X. Basically, as a UK company, we are required by law to do this work. He's also been working on launching this week's game update and the improvements to personalised striping that came with it. Reading and replying to all your bug reports. And finally, preparing this weekly Leek. Ian. So Ian has been working on fixing bugs, improving our map design tool, technical coding for the Hopeport 4-star quest, and technical coding for the Hopeport 6-star quest. Interesting. Content team. Paul has been working on the story coding post graphics for the Hopeport 6-star quest, story coding pre-graphics for the Mine of Mantuban 6-star quest. When it says like post graphics, pre-graphics, there's some tables below that will make that make a bit more sense. Samuel has been working on story coding pre-graphics for the Hope Forest 2-star quest, reading and replying to support requests and customer complaints, planning out the first raid in the game. This involves exploring the theme, rewards and mechanics that will be involved. And finally for Samuel, assisting Andrew with new starter preparations, including getting the hardware and software set up for them to use. The graphics team. Greg has been working on map design for the Hopeport 6-star quest and map design for Stonemore Hill, which is the episode 5. Nick has been working on graphics for the Hopeport 6-star quest. A lot of quest action going on. The audio team, which I think is just Joe. Joe has been working on encounter variants of the global music tracks. These are the variants of the music tracks that the game switches to when you enter combat. Currently the global tracks do not have encounter variants, which means if you spend a lot of time in combat, you will never hear the global tracks and the music will seem more repetitive and less varied. Infographics. So, we all know everyone loves an infographic, so we've made 2. The first infographic details the progress of each side quest, and the second the progress of Stonemore Hill, episode 5. With each new weekly Leek, we will update both infographics so you can get an idea of how far along things are. So that's pretty cool, that's very transparent. So the first one, side quests. So it's got the little key here so you can see what each of these little symbols mean. So they're working on 4 quests. 2 Hopeport quests, 1 4-star and 1 6-star. 1 Hope Forest quest, which is a 2-star quest, and 1 Mine of Mantuban quest, which is a 6-star quest. And then you can see here we've got story planning, story coding, pre-graphics, graphical assets, story coding, post-graphics, technical coding, audio, polishing and release. And as you can see, this first quest, the first Hopeport quest 4-star, is quite close to being finished. So it just needs some polishing and then the release. And then you can see obviously they get a little bit further back in the progress as it goes down, which makes sense. Then we've got Stonemore Hill. So this is quite a big one. So the design, story coding, technical, I've just been through them, it's the same thing. So, and it breaks it down, so you've got map design, UI theme, main quest, 2 side quests, 1 3-star, 1 5-star, combat profession, armor profession, builder profession, delver profession. I think that's going to be changed to worm picker, and finally the music. So the music's pretty much done, just needs a bit of polishing. So yeah, there you go. You can find these on the brightershores.com website underneath news, and if you want to have a more detailed look at these graphics, then that's the place to go. So yes, I hope that was useful. Sometimes I like to watch somebody read an update rather than reading it myself, so if you're like me, then this video was for you. Bye!